So it wouldn't hurt to do an update. The whole hind end of the car now is epoxy primed. All the welds are ground down, and the trunk is all dressed out. Yeah, we've got it sealed. So I heated the shop up for a day to get the metal warm, and brought out all the bare metal and then epoxy primed. So this should last my lifetime, I hope. It's coming along. The roof seam where I welded, I did like an inch at a time and cooled it. And over here, and then the other side, and then back here, and it didn't warp. It worked really well. Did the same thing down here on my seam, which you probably can't see on the rocker. All my door gaps are still looking good. Yeah, I cut all the reinforcement out of the car, and nothing moved. It worked. I got away with it. So we now have a painted chassis. There's still a little work to do on the bottom underneath here. Some areas I want to grind to bare metal and prep and paint. Otherwise, yeah, just do that for the camera. Whatever. Yeah, they close, open. Gaps are pretty sweet. Still need, probably gonna have to pull the doors off again and redo the work on the bottoms, because I had to dolly them in a little bit and crack the Bondo. So anyhow, here we are. Get all the trunk latch mount welded in, my reinforcements, everything. So I'm pleased with it for what I can do a little bit every day. Just stick to it. Keep at it. And things get done eventually. Now it's on to the front suspension. So this K-frame came from my old 69. The fiery wrecked mess. It shouldn't have done anything to it though. It didn't. The crash didn't touch anything in the front end, so the control arms came out nice and clean. So I'm going to box those in just in this area, I think, and we'll leave enough room to get the bump stop nut and do my adjustment back here. And I'll probably just box here and box here with just a simple piece of sheet metal. I don't know. It's 40 bucks for the pre-made ones, but I don't think it's really necessary. I think we could stiffen them up just fine by doing it that way. Otherwise, they're nice and tight. The in here, sometimes you see these things just loose as hell. But God, these ones they're freaking sweet. They're not bad. There's just a hair bit of movement. It's not worth going after it. And a lot of guys will cut these mounts. They'll cut one side and then suck it in over here to take that play out, but it's not worth going after it. There's nothing there. The subframe, it should be good, should be fine. That car went down the road just fine. So I remember having it aligned. There was still caster to be had, so this is going off for powder coating real soon. Maybe even today. We'll have to see how things go here. But yeah, just an update. We're starting to thaw out. It is the very tail end of February. Look at that. That is water in the driveway. And we're melting down a bit. So I'm really glad winter's going. Sick of cutting wood, dragging it up here. That's alone is a day's worth of anything for me. Just that few hours waste me. We'll get into that someday. But yeah, this is one thing I really feel good about, is bringing old Janice back from the dead. I did order some parts just for an update. I got the Dakota digital dash. I did not spring for the $1,700 worth of the Mopar style gauges, but the one I got is going to be great. It's a little over $1,000. That'll be a nice dash, nice gauge cluster. I have been looking at stuff for the interior, like the console for the repop console's over $1,000. I mean, I could dump $5,000 in the interior of this thing to make it look like new. At least some, the '69 Dodge Charger seats, if they're fresh, rebuilt, redone, for $4,500. It's just insane. But I'm gonna spring for new door panels and a new dash pad. And like I said, I got the Dakota, and then I am going to have the dash painted with its glare resistant, I can't pronounce the word, but there's a glare resistant type finish that the dash will get. And I could always add from there. The door panels are a huge thing. The seats, I'm still, don't know. I don't have any '69 seats. I foolishly traded them away many, many years ago from my old '69. But we didn't know at that time that these things would be worth gold. So there is still a lot of work, but as of now, we've got a chassis. We've got a nice chassis to work with. I fit up a bunch of the chrome, and everything fits. Everything is decent. There's obviously, a lot of work to do yet, but this is, I'll tell you what, it's a big sigh of relief knowing that this part of it is complete, and nothing really moved. So enough babbling for now. Now you know it can be done. Once again, thanks to Junker Up, Chris Birdsong, for your measurements and all your inspiration. And Rust Bucket Restos. You've had some really good ideas as well, and many, many others out there too. So thanks a lot, and thanks for watching.